I've reached out to many of you about this motion and to bring and I've paused on it. I've tried to be very thoughtful. I've tried to do the work behind this and to bring an amendment and not reach out to me while is absolutely okay. There's nothing that says you can't do that. I find it to be a bit disrespectful, knowing all the work that goes into this, and that is not a knee-jerk reaction. Second, what I'll say is that when you decide that a group of people are a nuisance to you visually, and you're going to pick them up and move them, that's segregation. And thirdly, what I will say is that to say that this is not a good use of council's time is ridiculous. We are public health and social services. We are planning. We are economic development. We are all those things. And the reason why I brought this here is because I don't think that we are doing enough to advocate. And I don't want to mince words. I don't want to make it in like a positive thing. It's not positive. None of this is positive. There's not one thing about this that is positive. You go to the morning breakfast, you go walk around the encampments, you go knock on the doors in these neighborhoods. Nobody finds this pleasurable. I do not like the changes to this. I don't think we're explaining what Section 7 is. I think we're trying to water it down to appease somebody. I get Mayor Siscoe's perspective, Councillor Siscoe's. We sat down and talked about it like colleagues should do. He understands my perspective. I understand his. If you do not want to vote for this, that is fine. Do not vote for it. We are looking at this as though and even if Councillor Siscoe, acting in his role as mayor, does not want to move encampments, this use of the notwithstanding clause empowers those who do want to move encampments. It empowers everybody. And our premier imploring people and baiting people to ask him to use this is pretty despicable to me. So I do not want to water this down. I do not want to put it in a positive light because it's not. So I'm not going to be supporting this. I brought it to council because I want to know where you stand, and I want to know if you're going to push back on the government to get housing with supports in place, to increase OW, to do all of this, to read the Niagara poverty reduction strategy. When you go to these meetings, you're advocating at the big city mayor, say, bring that. Say, this is what Niagara's doing. We're not even mentioning the work that we're doing. There's no quick fix. There's no quick solution to this. We are setting the groundwork for generations to come. Food banks, women's shelters, they are staples in our community, and they were supposed to be short-term solutions. I will not be supporting the changes.